Hi, everyone. It's Diane Yetter, your sales tax nerd, back with another episode of our Women to Watch in Sales Tax. And today I'm thrilled to introduce you to Carol Portman, who is the president of TFI, which is the Taxpayers Federation of Illinois. Carol, welcome.
Thank you very much.
So Carol, tell us what TFI is and what is your role there?
Well, we're a nonprofit research and advocacy group focused on state and local tax and tax policy here in Illinois. I like to say sometimes that we're a bit of an information conduit. We make sure that policymakers understand the policy consequences and the real world consequences of the things that they're deciding, whether it's regulations or statutory changes. And then we also make sure our members and to a lesser extent, the taxpayer community as a whole understand what's happening in Springfield with the legislature or at the Department of Revenue. And I'm the president, so we have a small staff, and so I'm in Springfield a lot, and I'm also out meeting with our members, talking about, not so much in person these days, but learning, making sure I understand what's going on out there in the real world, and then also talking to legislators and policymakers.
Carol, is there something specifically in the sales tax field, because I know you're dealing with all different taxes in that role, is there something either at TFI, or I know that you've had industry positions before that you've been able to accomplish in sales tax that you're really proud of, or something that's maybe monumental that you were part of?
And one of the first projects I worked on when I was a baby lawyer at the law firm McDermott, Will and Emery I was part of the big team, a very big team that worked on the Quill case. And my teeny tiny little role was to do the joint appendix, which is after oral arguments, both sides put together an appendix and send it. Maybe it's just after the briefing. Anyway, it's been so long, I don't remember. But that was really fun. And it was obviously Quill was a big case. And so it was fun to have a teeny tiny little part in that.
So Carol, after, the career that you've had working, as you mentioned, in a law firm, in industry, in policy, do you have some advice to women working in sales tax?
Keep your eyes open and your ears open. There are always interesting things happening. One thing that has always helped me, especially in the sales tax arena, is in the industry side in particular, pay attention to what people are talking about at the water cooler, because sometimes they don't even know that they don't know what you need to know to get to the right answer. You're working on a project, most of the time I was at big companies. And so we had 50 states we had to worry about. And if the business, one business person tells you they're doing something, pay attention to what they're saying, because you never know. It's really important to make sure you have a full understanding of the facts out there in the field.
Thank you so much for
spending
some time with us.
Thanks for having me.
And it has been a pleasure working with you.